Alright, so Rylan and I are out this morning. We are totally going to go biking on Evan's bike. Rylan's going to move up to being a real mountain biker. He's been using a street bike this whole time. It's got to be tough. So he's going to work out on Evan's bike at Hashawha. I'm just there for support, riding along, enjoying some time with my son, because I never get to take Rylan out by himself, and that's what makes this time special. So we're going to practice on Evan's bike, see how we do. Hopefully when we have more time, we'll go to a new trail, because I'm already getting kind of tired of Hashawha, especially after being chased by dogs and having foxes jump out at me. But we're going to have some fun, and we're going to wrap it up so his mom can get to work today. But we're going to practice in and have a good time, and it is what it is. Hopefully he'll love that bike, because eventually that bike will be his.
Dad's getting the bikes ready. We're gonna go that way down the main road.
You guys probably can't see this, but we have a beautiful bald eagle right in front of us, hanging out in the woods, enjoying his morning. Pretty cool. The great horned owl. Oh, he's on the bottom. Let's go on that side. Pretty cool. Which one's your favorite so far?
So far, mine's
Awesome. Yeah, this is it. Do you see a gigantic, really fat, thick tree anywhere? If it's 300 years old, it must be gigantic. Built in the early 1800s, the Martin cabin provides a glimpse into pre-Civil War era life in Carroll County. Standing 1.5 stories tall, the cabin was originally constructed from trees and fieldstone from the surrounding area. The Martin cabin and surrounding land have changed ownership several times. According to records, the land was originally purchased in the late 1700s by the Sears family. In the early 1900s, the cabin and the land around it were purchased by the Martin family, who built a larger structure around the old log cabin. When the land that is now Hashawha was purchased by Carroll County in the 1950s, it included the old house. It was not until the house was being torn down that the cabin was discovered again. Today, the Martin cabin is used for educational purposes with programs about life in the mid-19th century. The Martin cabin is open for scheduled events and staffed by volunteers. Though the cabin is locked, please feel free to enjoy viewing the structure and the 300-year-old white oak tree that stands nearby. You still don't see a 300-year-old tree anywhere?
I don't know what one looks like.
I love your reaction. It's pretty big, isn't it? Take a look at this thing. 300-year-old tree. Whoa. Huge. So that is the Martin Cabin Homestead, which I just had a nice little tutorial about, and a 300-year-old tree that he finally found.
There's a lot of culture with that house of trees.
Yeah, buddy. There is a lot of culture, man. Yeah, beautiful day to come. We came on a great day because it's not hot and humid. Nice and breezy. Oh, you're doing pretty good with that bike so far. You're getting there, man. It's big. It's a lot to handle for you, but I think for someone your size, you're doing pretty good. Deer! Did you see it? Did you see that deer? Oh, it just ran across the road. All right, man. So you say you like the helmet and you enjoy practicing on Evan's bike. All right. So what were the pros of using the helmet and Evan's bike?
The pros were it protected my head and it felt pretty comfortable.
Okay.
And it matched with the bike.
It matched with the bike. What were the cons?
My head was itchy.
Itchy head?
It bumped my chin a lot.
We still got to shave this thing.
No.
No. But the bike was still a lot to handle, wasn't it? It was kind of heavy,
Yeah.
heavy at times, walking it up hills and stuff. Now, and the gears, still trying to get used to those.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get used to that kind of stuff. You'll get there, man. You'll get there. All right, so Rylan and I did Hashawha again today just to work on his mountain biking skills. He's never used a bike with,
Like,
front and back brakes,
yeah,
and then gears and, fat tires and, full face helmet. So today he tried it out. He says he likes it. He He did pretty good for his size, I thought, you know.
When am I getting it? When am I getting the bike and helmet?
When are you getting it? We're hoping to give that bike to Rylan next year, maybe. Yeah, next summer, maybe.
What?
I got to be able to buy a new bike for me, and then Evan's got to be tall enough to ride my bike.
You said that last summer.
What?
You said that last summer.
Well, I'm saying it again. All right. Anyway, as Rylan said, we did a little, you know, history stuff. You know,
Yeah.
some science. Looked at the birds.
300-year-old tree.
Yeah, 300-year-old tree. What else did you learn about?
We learned that in the 1700s, someone built this house. We just did some shredding at I forget the name, Hashawha, yeah. And now we're leaving to go home. It's like a 20-minute drive. We saw these two 300-year-old tree and house, and it was satisfying. Now we're taking the road back home, and oh yeah, I forgot to buckle.
That's okay.
Our journey was great. I had a good time with the downhill streets, and I had a good time with the bumps. So that was a good part about it. And the other good part was the bike. I like riding with the gears, the different gears. On my street bike, I can't change gears because I don't have any. So it felt a lot better. And the full face helmet was pretty good too.
And it was good that we didn't get lost today. We didn't take the boundary trail. We chose not to take the boundary trail today because we didn't feel like getting lost, but eventually, I'll know where the boundary trail goes and we'll start taking it again. It's just gonna take a little while.
Yeah. So the next time I think we're going to Fairland.
Fairland, buddy.
Yeah, next time we're going to Fairland to ride some trails.
Yeah, this week we just kind of stayed local and used some of our home trails, which, I mean, we probably need to get to know them better anyway. Like, I used to hear that they were overgrown and not so good, but honestly, everything Evan and I rode yesterday when we got lost was pretty good. Probably not the best trail system, the boundary area and all that, for like younger kids. Like, I wouldn't take Rylan on there probably because it is a lot of uphill stuff, and it's definitely kind of bumpy, but whatever, you know. We'll get to know it a little better in case we got to stay close to home on days like today so we can do a little more exploring. That's all I got. You got anything else, Ryan?
No, not really. It was a good ride though. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like. And you can look at our other videos in case you want to watch some more videos. We upload a lot with biking, so stay tuned for more action.